All right, everyone. We have asked Doctor Strange to break the multiverse again, and here we are back into the MangaVerse. I apologize that this was a little bit later than normal. I try to keep it consistent at 7 Pacific Standard Time, but I forgot I had scheduled something else and it conflicted. So ultimately, I had to push this back and kind of started a little bit late than what I would like. But we are back. Welcome, everyone. I am your Ash Dragon Rayron VR, and we're probably going to keep this short just because it has been a long day. And I just want to show off a couple of news things, show off a mini haul that I got, not as big as last time. And yeah, we will go from there. I'll show you guys some upcoming videos that hopefully I'll get out soon. I've been kind of busy with IRL stuff, so I'm definitely behind, but I've got plenty of stories to spotlight on this channel. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into some manga news. There's a lot of manga stuff that's been going on. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Oops. Here we go. All right. So the first bit of news: Fire Force, creator of yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna pronounce names here, but is saying goodbye and is officially passing the baton to that person, creator of new action manga Gachi Akuto in the weekly shonen magazine. So looks like the author is probably getting out of the business or retiring, I think. But yeah, kind of sad to hear, because I know in another article that we'll be talking about, and I'll go ahead and find that, is that Fire Force by Atushi will release volume 33 on March 17th, 2022, which is actually next month. And it'll be the final version, volume 34, on May 17th, 2022 in Japan. So we'll probably see it by the end of the summer. We'll see Fire Force coming to an end. Coming to an end. Now, I do have the first volume reviewed, and I'll probably get into the second volume here pretty soon. But yeah, Fire Force is coming to an end. Very interesting. So some other bit of news that's going on. We got a dark fantasy manga, Ragna Crimson, will get an anime adaptation, which will be interesting. I do want to look into this manga, so yeah, I want to see if I can get me the volume 1 of this copy and see how it is. See how it is. This one's also seems quite interesting, one I want to kind of pick up, and apparently it's kind of a twist on pets. So a pet manga of a different kind, a human is stranded on an isolated island solely inhabited by cats, but a kind-hearted cat decides to take in the lost human being. So you can see that the roles are reversed. And so that one's got me really intrigued. That one's got me really intrigued to see what happens with that one. So trying to see what else. Let's see. Let's see. I like this little meme here from Krista from Geeks and Gamers. So you got the manga, black and white, the anime, colored and movement, and then Netflix, live adaptation of this story. It's so true though, and we saw it with Death Note, we saw it with Cowboy Bebop. And they just fail. They fail to do live adaptations. They just fail to do live adaptations. So another news today, we've got Netflix anime Bubble is coming to Netflix, directed by Toratsu Araki, or Araki, animated by Wit Studio, and the music composition by, man, I can't pronounce these names. This gravity bending, breathtaking adventure hits Netflix on April 28th. Check out the first look at the characters down below. So again, it looks like a very interesting story. I don't know if this was originally manga oriented or not. I'll have to look into it. But yeah, just something that I would highlight. But yeah, that's pretty much for the news and for the manga. It was not too much to talk about on the manga front. Definitely not too much. Let's see if there's anything else. Yep, nothing else. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and look at my mini haul, and then I'm probably gonna wrap this stream up. Like this one's gonna be incredibly short, just because there was not a lot of news. My haul was short, and it's getting kind of late on my end, so kind of just want to pop in this stuff, and then we'll just take it from there. We'll just take it from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. All right, you can do this. Come on. Computer is kind of struggling at the moment. All right, so here we are. All right, so this one I've been wanting to get for a while now because there's been a lot of news on the anime front about Call of the Night, and there's some couple more volumes coming out for this. So it took me a while to get it because the ones that I saw for sale were going for like 50, $60 for volume one, which was absurd. And normally, if you guys find yourself struggling to find a volume one copy of any particular story, give it some time and also look at Facebook Marketplace because that's where I have scored so many good deals on manga alone. Usually, there's people that just want to get rid of it, so you can get it for like almost half the price. And I was luckily able to find this copy for about half the retail price, which was amazing considering how they were going on eBay and so forth for almost like 4 or 5 times the price. So I was able to grab Call of Night. Really happy. Can't wait to read this now. When I read this, I'm debating. I may wait to do the spotlight for in October because in October I want to do the entire month Halloween stories manga. So we'll see. I'm probably gonna try to pull that off. So I'll probably end up reading this, but you probably won't get a review till October. So we'll see. And then some other ones that I got. So I got the entire story of Samurai 8. It was going for really, really cheap. And the entire story is 1 through 5. So it just looked interesting. And sometimes, again, I don't like buying a whole bunch of volumes until I know exactly what story I'm getting into. But if the price is right and if it's for the entire collection, then, I may actually consider just grabbing it. And the price was right for these. And I decided to grab them. So here's Samurai Volume 1, Samurai 8 Volume 2, Samurai 8 Volume 3, Samurai 8 Volume 4, and then the conclusion, Samurai 8 Volume 5. So I'm excited to dive into this and see where it takes me. See what adventures we can go on. So definitely excited for that. Okay, so what is coming up for me? So let me show you guys the list of spotlight videos I gotta do. So give me one moment. I will be right back. Okay, so here's the list. So the next video up in the queue is Citrus Volume 3. Again, I was kind of concerned that because Citrus Volume 2 was so darn good, that 3 was going to fall off a cliff. It actually didn't. It kept it status quo, which was a good thing because Volume 2 ended on a very good note. Volume 3 was just as good, and it had another memorable quote in there that I want to share with you guys. So I can't wait to do that video soon. Again, I've been falling behind, and I've been reading and not doing videos because of real life. But there's a lot of good stories in here. Kami Can't Communicate. That one surprised me because I thought it was going to be about a deaf character. So obviously it will be kind of hard to communicate or potentially a blind person. But it actually was a more socially awkward type of person, some sort of social disorder that Kami talks about. And the school that she goes to is kind of like a prestige school. and so everyone else has their own quirks. And basically, the goal is try to get 100 friends. And that one was really it was cute. Let's just put it that way. It was fun. I enjoyed the characters in it, and you'll definitely be seeing volume 2 and 3 with that. So I'm kind of curious where it goes. I'm hoping the only problem with it though, it may have one trope, but I think I'll be okay with that trope. And we'll talk about more in that video. Into Zero. So this is from the same creator that made Fairy Tale, and you can tell on the front cover that it's basically the same characters, just drawn a little bit differently, different hairstyles. The storylines are definitely different, but it is the story I've been wanting for a while, and that is a good space exploration type of story. I've been craving for a good, group of friends that goes around and just explores and have a good time. And obviously, there's an antagonist in here, and I was satisfied with it. So definitely one I'm going to continue on with as well. So I'm excited to continue on with that. Dress. So my dress up darling. This manga, this one's cute because I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into with this one because I've been seeing on the top anime chart like some very popular characters and what's trending with anime. And this one has been number one for a while. It dethroned Demon Slayer. And it's like, what in the world is this story about? And basically, it is the manga that if you like to cosplay, this is the manga for you. And I'll leave it at that. It's a cute little story. And it's gonna be one of those that I'm gonna continue reading because there's something there. There's something there with that. And then we got Chainsaw Man Volume 2 that I just finished last night. And this one felt like a filler episode. It definitely continue on with our main characters. We got introduced to a few more of the agency members, and we got to see a couple more abilities. And that's all I'm going to say about that because I want to talk more about it in the manga video. But definitely felt like a little filler, but it was still good. It was gory. It was funny. Um, Yeah, and it's just a bizarre little story, and I like it. These are the type of stories we need just to escape. Quirky, funny, gory for sure. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed these stories. So as you can see, and I'm probably gonna end up finishing another one tonight. So I'll probably have six videos to try to get done. I'm gonna be doing a spam of videos because normally I just like to release one video a day for each of my channels. At a bare minimum, one video for any of my channels. But when I get the motivation, you'll probably get all of these in one day potentially. So, yeah, that is what is coming up. All great stories. All really, really good stories. Like I said, I think the next one I'm going to read is Call of the Night. It's either going to be Call of the Night or Citrus for depending on how I feel. It's literally, I look at my bookcase and figure out, okay, what story do I want to dive into today? What urge? What am I feeling? Am I feeling for a good love story? Am I feeling for just a good comedy? Good sci-fi? I mean, it just really depends. Depends on my mood. Sometimes I just want to dive into a completely new story. Sometimes I want to continue on a story. But that's the great thing about manga is that I've got so much to choose from. And it's like I never had that issue before with like movies and anime and so forth. But I'm happy. I am happy. So that is what is coming up. That is what is coming up. So all right. So that is all that I have for this episode. Again, I apologize that this episode is kind of short. Normally I like to at least get to a half an hour with this particular podcast. But again, I started late. You guys will probably see this on the replay. And I do appreciate each and every one of you who are watching these podcasts and kind of updates in the MangaVerse and my journey in manga. So what's coming for this week? So I am excited for Wednesday. Wednesday, On the Endless Collectibles channel, we'll have a first guest for the Triple C, Crochet Collectibles and Chatting with the Geeky Crochet. We've got Tommytron TV from Geeks and Gamers. We're going to be talking about the joys of collecting. And we got some great topics to talk about from, you know, what's your definition of collecting? What do you find enjoyable about collecting? What's the first franchise you got into? Are you completionist or not? I've got some interesting collectible that started pretty much everything for me that I'll be showcasing. And of course, we'll have Tommytron. He'll be the main event when it comes to showing off the collection because, yeah, I'm pretty much caught up with all of my Sailor Moon stuff. So, yeah, I am definitely excited for that. Again, that'll happen 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on over on the Endless Collectibles channel. And then we'll be right back here on Saturday for the Icy Layer podcast. So, yeah, we shall see how that goes. But with that, thank you so much for watching this. And wing hugs to all, and to all a good night.